don't know, living in a small town's interesting because I didn't grow up there. I mean, I wasn't born there. So half the fun was always being from away, you know, like the guys in Newfoundland say, oh, you're from away. Like, you're not ever from there unless, you know, you're second or third or fourth generation. And I always found that kind of fascinating. It was kind of cool. It always gave me an excuse, you know, I could really screw up and people go, oh, he's a jerk from away, you know, doesn't know what he's doing. So it was an out. You could, I mean, in hindsight, it was an out. But at the same time, I've never felt so, you feel very included in a town like that. You know, you have neighbors where, you know they're your neighbors. You've been in everybody's house on your whole street at some point. And, you know, I've lived in 17 different places in this city, and I've only been in my neighbor's house in this place. And that was after being here 4 or 5 years. And that's just part of urban living. It's very different. You know, your community in a city like this is, it's a diaspora. It's sort of spread out all over the place. But in Iroquois Falls, there's a relationship that grows with every single person from where you live outward. Whether it's the lady next door, you know, mad at you because your dog tore up her garden, or, I mean, that's the beginning of a relationship, right? You don't have those experiences necessarily in a city. So that's pretty cool, the knowing everybody. At the same time, there's no anonymity in a town like that, right? No anonymity, and there's, it's nice to not have to worry about anything. You know, you walk around in Toronto and nobody knows who you are. It doesn't matter, you know, you can wear, you know, whatever you want and not worry about it, and you can speak whatever language you want. It doesn't really matter, so. But you know, you don't find those, I think the North is different than just small town Ontario, because I lived in small town Ontario in the southern part too, and that was a different experience. The North has a certain, I think, maybe it's a cliche, but people talk about that climate, you know. You're so connected to the earth and your environment there, you know. When it's 50 below and you go outside and your eyelashes freeze together and you realize, yeah, you know, you sort of have to look out for each other without being all sort of over the top about it. It's just, yep. Your car breaks down on the highway between Iroquois Falls and Monteith. The first person that comes by stops and helps you. That's just how it is. You know, it doesn't, and they may not know you, but in 5 minutes they'll figure out how they know you. There's 6 degrees of separation for everybody. And that's pretty remarkable. And even if they're going the wrong way, they'll pick you up and take you back, and that's part of it. I think that's connected to the environment. And I love the idea of being able to look out my window and know that if I just walked for, you know, 100 days, I wouldn't see a person until I got to, you know, Hudson Bay or something like that. Like, you literally could go forever without seeing another person. And that's, between that and looking up at the sky and the northern lights, I miss that a lot. Everybody who moves away to a city misses that, and they hold that in their heart. There's nothing like summertime in Iroquois Falls. There's a color of blue, you know, the sky's a special color of blue. You just can't get down here, and there's a quality of green that comes off the forest that you can't get down here. And just the ability to be out and out in the bush. Down here, you go to the bush, you're getting your little plot of, you know, 20 by 20 plot at Algonquin Park for 4 days, and they come and kick you out at 11 o'clock the next day. It's not the same, you know, as, hey, that's my lake. That's where I'm going to put my tent, and nobody cares, you know. So I miss all that about it. I think that's important. The environment was always really important, and the people. The fact that ultimately, and this, people down here won't believe it, they accept you. You just accept it. Doesn't matter who you are and what you're doing and where you're from. Ultimately, they're going to accept you and let you be whatever you want to be. It's a pretty conservative environment sometimes, but at the end of the day, I think there's a pragmatism there in people. They're just realizing, oh, we're all in this together. We all got to make a living and live. So live and let live and do your own thing, and just let me do my thing.